Earth asked us to wait. We answer to the Science Council, not Terran diplomacy. Proceed with the thaw.
Lead archaeologist Thess. Earth may have good reason to fear this place.
Their fear is our opportunity. This tomb has been sealed for 400 years. Open it.
The vault door groaned open, revealing darkness and frosted steel. Cyrillic warnings glinted in the beam of their lights. Inside, 60 cryopods stood in precise rows. Each bore a simple date, 1989. Scanners detected faint life signs. The occupants were still alive.
These are military pods. Spetsnaz, perhaps. We should stop.
Stop? This is why we came. Initiate revival sequence.
The pod's lid cracked open with a hiss. Cyan-lit steam filled the vault. No one in that vault understood. They had just unsealed a weapon. No one was meant to wake. The shrouds of condensation peeled back. A man sat upright in the pod, his body rimmed with blue frost. His uniform was olive wool, old and cold, bearing Spetsnaz insignia. A rebreather mask hung at his neck. His hand, still mottled blue from the long sleep, tightened around the wooden foregrip of an AKM assault rifle. The three Terran scientists stepped backward as one, their faceplates fogging with panicked breath.
He's armed. Those are military insignia. We've made a terrible mistake.
Calm yourselves. Do not reach for anything. He is assessing us.
14 minutes of stasis recovery. 6 hostiles. No sign of my company. This is not an exercise.
He blinked once, slowly, and the frost on his lashes fell like tiny shards of glass. Then he pushed himself upright and stepped out of the pod. Movements economical despite centuries of stillness. His ice-pale eyes locked onto the aliens. The vault fell absolutely silent. Mikhail's hand found the master console. With 3 practiced motions, he initiated a full unit revival. Pods hissed open along the rows. Soldiers sat up in unison, frost cracking from their uniforms like breaking ice.
Sergeant Major, situation report. Where is the rest of the battalion?
Unknown. Secure the perimeter. These structures, they are not NATO.
Within minutes, the vault bristled with weapons. The Terran team was disarmed and herded against the far wall.
We mean you no harm. We are scientists.
Petrov shoved Kalin to his knees with the butt of his rifle. The alien's faceplate cracked.
Please. We did not know you were in there.
Elena Tarasova crouched over a vintage radio, her fingers twisting dials. Only static answered.
Hold them until I determine who they answer to. And Lieutenant, find our communications. Something is very wrong.
Sergeant Major, I've tried every channel. There's nothing, no commands, no signals, just static.
The Terran translation device faltered, its interface glitching red as it failed to parse the soldier's archaic Russian. Yalara lifted a tablet, sketching stick figures with desperate clarity. Mikhail stared, uncomprehending. The vault's main screen flickered to life. Commander Adrian Cross appeared, stern and towering.
This is Terran Strategic Command. The facility is under our jurisdiction. Stand down and release the Terran team.
NATO scum. You think this charade will make us surrender? We know your tricks.
I am not NATO. The NATO you knew dissolved centuries ago. You have been frozen for over 400 years.
Lies. You would have us believe we slept through our own war. We are not fools.
Mikhail raised his rifle and fired into the projection. The screen shattered, plunging the vault into sudden silence. But the brief transmission had been enough. On approach, a Terran warship accelerated toward the moon. The shattered screen still hissed. From Elena's radio, Cross's voice cut through, unfiltered and calm.
Sergeant Major Volkov, your operation is Winter Harvest. We know the truth. Release the scientists and we will talk.
He knows our operation name. That means a mole or captured files. This is a psychological op.
In the corner, Yalara's portable terminal resolved a linguistic match, her face drained of color.
Their speech, 20th century Russian. Soviet military dialect. Kalin, they are from 4 centuries ago.
No signals, no codes. We are alone. Keep them under guard.
Petrov ordered the men to drag cryopod plating into a barricade. The vault tightened into a bunker.
1 hour, then we come in. Surrender the captives or face the consequences.
Safeties clicked off in unison. The sound echoed through the chamber like a distant volley. Above, the Terran warship's shadow crept across the lunar surface, swallowing starlight. The moon had a new keeper. The hour bled away. Yellara, hands shaking, drew a dotted line on her tablet. 1989 to 2384.
400 years. You have been frozen. Your war is over.
He studied the squiggles, the dates. Something flickered behind his eyes, not belief, but unease.
The dates line up with the vault's timers, but no enemy would set a 400-year trap. It is absurd.
Sergeant Major, I tapped into the facility's power logs. The system has been running for 407 years.
He looked at the Terran officer's uniform again. The fabric, the insignia. Nothing NATO used, nothing he recognized.
Draw your world. Show me what is out there.
She sketched Earth, Luna, stars, a timeline stretching far beyond his imagination. Outside, the Terran warship broadcast a calm, relentless countdown. 53 minutes. But inside, the Sergeant Major had stopped shouting orders. He was staring at a stick-figure future, and for the first time, he had questions.
Sergeant Major Volkov, your hour has expired. Surrender the Terran team or we will breach by force.
You will find only the dead if you breach this vault. We are Spetsnaz. We do not surrender.
Commander Cross, please, hold your fire. These men are confused, lost. Give us 1 day to reach them.
You have 24 hours. Lead archaeologist. After that, I must assume the hostages are dead and act accordingly.
The radio clicked silent. Around them, Petrov's men stacked more metal plating against the door, sealing themselves in. Mikhail turned from the radio, his eyes finding Yellara. The scientist did not flinch.
You risked your life for a lie. We still do not trust your drawings.
It is not a lie. I will prove it to you if you give me the chance.
Outside, the Terran warship held its position, a silent colossus. The countdown reset to 24 hours, but its shadow felt no lighter. Inside, the Spetsnaz counted ammunition, checked their aged rifles, and waited. The standoff had not ended. It had only deepened.
This device cannot translate your words. It was built for every known language except yours. The gap is centuries.
Mikhail took the translator, turning it over. Its casing was seamless, its screen a lattice of moving light. No antenna, no wires.
We had nothing like this, not even in rumors. What kind of enemy gives up such technology to a trick?
Sergeant Major, you let her put doubts in your head. We are warriors, not scholars.
Look at it, Petrov. If they could build this, they could have killed us in our pods without ever waking us.
Propaganda, designed to break our will. We hold fast. We hold the vault. That is our duty.
Mikhail gestured toward the still glowing cryopods. Their internal chronometers all read the same impossible number. 407 years.
Your vault's computers have been counting for 4 centuries. 1989, 2384. Not a lie.
Enough. I did not survive the sewers to hear this. We are Soviets. We do not surrender.
The tablet hit the floor, screen still pulsing. Mikhail stared at his lieutenant and saw a stranger.
Release the young one, Petrov. A gesture. Then show me proof. I cannot deny.
Petrov's jaw tightened, but he stepped back. Kalen scrambled to his feet, his cracked faceplate misting with rapid breaths.
Thank you. Look at the pods. The manufacturing stamps say 1989. The metal shows no pitting, no age.
She swiped a glove across the pod's data plate. The Cyrillic stamp was crisp, as if engraved the day before.
4 centuries of lunar vacuum would have eroded even titanium. These seals have never been breached.
Mikhail raised his left wrist. The digital watch blinked 12 o'clock. Reset after the long freeze, its memory gone. He compared it to the vault's main chronometer. Its display scrolled steadily. Year 2384.
Every personal timepiece dead. The vault itself is the only honest witness. Could we have really slept through centuries?
You would trust a soulless machine over your own senses? This stinks of enemy deception.
I want something that cannot lie. Show me more. Something absolute.
Mikhail searched his cryopod, recalling a maintenance manual's note on emergency storage. A hidden panel clicked open. He lifted out a small, reddish-brown data chip, untouched by frost. It had never been recovered before. He slotted the chip into a portable console. The screen flickered. Then a hologram bloomed into the vault. The recording began. Sergeant Major Volkov. This is General Kozlov. If you hear this, the codes never came. Operation Winter Harvest was a joint US-Soviet contingency. The war you trained for ended decades ago. You are not prisoners. You are not traitors. Cooperate with whoever found you. Our nation is gone. The hologram flickered and died. Mikhail remained frozen, staring at the empty air.
The world I swore to defend does not exist. 59 men look to me, and I have nothing.
He stood motionless, the chip clutched in his hand. The vault's cold felt deeper than before. Somewhere outside, a Terran warship waited. The countdown still ticked, but inside, a different clock had stopped entirely. Mikhail gathered the unit near the barricade. He replayed the chip for every man to see.
This is a fabrication. They want us to lay down arms. Soviet soldiers do not surrender.
That is Kozlov's voice. You all recognize it. The war we trained for is a ghost.
Then, where is our country? Where are our families? You would have us betray everything.
The chip's encryption is authentic GRU. No one could have planted it while we slept.
Then the enemy cracked our codes. They fooled us all. I will not listen to this poison.
The soldiers shifted. Some drew closer to Mikhail. Others gathered behind Petrov, shoulder to shoulder. Petrov raised his rifle, not toward the aliens, toward Mikhail.
I never thought I would see a Spetsnaz comrade aim a weapon at my chest.
The vault, once a fortress, had become a divided camp, and the countdown still ticked.
Mikhail Volkov, you are relieved of command. By the authority of the Soviet Union, I declare you a traitor. Men, take the alien.
Our command is dead. The Union is dead. Kozlov ordered us to cooperate.
Lies. We are the Union. We will not bow. Grab him.
Before Mikhail could move, two loyalists seized Kalin from the floor. He cried out as they hauled him away. They retreated into the secondary control room, slamming the heavy vault door. The lock engaged.
This facility has a final protocol. Look at this panel. A dead man's switch.
A Cyrillic-labeled console glowed under his torch. The button was live.
1 hour. You will provide a ship to Soviet territory. If anyone tries to breach, I release the switch. We all burn.
Kalin's faceplate fogged rapidly. He understood the word burn in any language. The mutiny was now a hostage crisis with a dead man's lever. Petrov's thumb rested on the edge of detonation.
Listen carefully, Terran Commander. I want your warship gone and a transport prepared for Soviet soil within the hour, or the scientist dies.
The radio crackled with the static of centuries-old equipment. Yalara seized the transmitter before Cross could answer.
Lieutenant Petrov. No, Artyom. Please listen. There is no Soviet territory. The land you knew is a historical memory.
Do not use my name, alien. You are not human. You are a trick. 1 hour, or Kalin dies and this tomb becomes our pyre.
Cross's tone cut through the static, cold and precise. He had heard enough.
Lieutenant Petrov, I am mobilizing a tactical breach team. If you harm the hostage, we will not negotiate. Your demand is impossible.
In the main vault, Mikhail listened silently, his face unreadable. The schism was now a countdown.
Artyom, the war is over. Kozlov said it himself. You have no nation to return to. There is no Soviet territory.
On the Terran warship, a squad of armored soldiers checked their weapons. Laser sights danced along the corridor, inside the sealed control room. Petrov's thumb never moved from the trigger. 43 minutes remained.
Artyom, I saw the recording. Kozlov's words were clear. Cooperate. He would not want this. You are still a soldier.
You lie. Kozlov is dead. He would never surrender our motherland. You corrupt everything.
He pressed the barrel against Kalen's temple. One of his men muttered a protest, but a glare silenced him.
I will not be a relic. We are Spetsnaz. We die on our feet, not frozen in some enemy museum.
With a sharp click audible over the radio, a red glow intensified on his face. The console's final countdown had begun. Kalen's eyes closed, breath shallow. He understood nothing of the words, but the tone was a dirge.
Artyom, you have a choice. Kozlov gave you that choice. Cooperate means live.
There is no living after this, only the mission.
The radio clicked silent. Yalara sank back, the transmitter hanging limp. The voice of reason had failed. In the main vault, Mikhail's hand tightened on his rifle. Only one man could end this, and he was not on the comms.
Commander Cross, hold your breach. I will end this myself.
Sergeant Major, if you fail, we lose the hostage and this facility.
You will kill him, Mikhail. There must be another way.
The only way left. He is beyond negotiation. I owe my men their lives.
I can jam their communications, give you a silent approach. They will not hear you coming.
Mikhail checked his AKM for the last time. The wooden stock was still frosted from the long sleep. He crouched into the maintenance duct. The metal walls pressing close, the air stale from centuries.
I once fought beside him in Chechnya. We buried our dead together. Now I am crawling to kill him.
Ahead, through the grate, he could see the pulsing red light of the console. The final door was close. He paused, then raised a closed fist. The two loyalists behind him halted. The next step was his alone. Mikhail eased the final grate open and dropped silently onto the grated floor behind the control room's auxiliary passage. Two mutineers stood guard ahead, their backs turned, rifles slung loosely. In seconds, a chokehold silenced the first. A rifle butt dropped the second. No alarm, no sound. The loyalists dragged the unconscious men into a maintenance alcove. The path to the control room door was clear. Through the door's small reinforced window, Mikhail saw Petrov pace, pistol to Kalen's head, screaming about traitors. The self-destruct console's red light pulsed with every second. 15 minutes remained.
Stay back. The switch is live. I go alone.
He exhaled slowly, thumbed the safety off. The rifle felt heavier than it had in decades. Inside, Petrov's ranting rose to a crescendo. Kalen's trembling was visible even from here. Mikhail put his hand on the door handle. The cold metal felt like the threshold of a grave. The door swung open with a screech of frozen hinges. Mikhail stepped into the red-lit room, rifle raised.
Mikhail, I knew you would come. One more step and the alien dies.
Put the gun down, Artyom. The war is gone, but we are still alive.
Alive, you have surrendered already. We are soldiers, not museum pieces.
Kozlov ordered us to cooperate. You heard his voice. This is not betrayal. This is obedience.
Then I will be a traitor to your new world, but I will die a Soviet soldier.
Petrov yanked the self-destruct remote from the console, holding it high. His thumb hovered over the button. Mikhail fired once. The shot tore through the silence, muzzle flash blazing across Petrov's chest. The remote clattered away. Petrov stumbled, and Mikhail caught him, lowering him to the floor.
Forgive me.
The remaining mutineers dropped their weapons, hands rising in surrender. Kalen scrambled away from the body, sobbing.
Commander Cross, the vault is secure. Send in your people.
Terran tactical soldiers swept through the vault, their helmet lights cutting the cold. No one resisted.
Sergeant Major Volkov, you have my respect. Your men will be treated with honor.
What do we do now, Sergeant Major?
We live. That is the last order Kozlov gave us.
The evacuation shuttle descended, its ramp open. 58 Spetsnaz filed aboard, their old rifles left behind. Mikhail was the last to board. He paused at the ramp, and did not look back. Through the viewport, Earth swelled, blue and impossible. 4 centuries had not dimmed its colors. The shuttle rose, and the ancient Cryo-Vault fell silent once more. Earth awaited 59 souls who had outlived their war. The debriefing room was cold and sterile. A holographic timeline stretched from 1989 to 2384, marking wars and treaties.
The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. Your mission was a contingency for a war that never ignited.
We will learn this world. Kozlov commanded us to survive, and we will.
Over the weeks, the soldiers attended classes, absorbing 4 centuries of knowledge. Some wept silently at their desks.
Each lesson reminds us that we are relics. Not every soldier can unlearn what they were built to do.
The Terran Confederacy offers you full citizenship and retraining. The decision is yours.
48 accepted and began new lives. 12, including Corporal Tarasova, quietly vanished before their integration records were finalized. A classified dossier, hidden from public view, bore the Winter Harvest crest and listed 12 personnel as missing in action. Mikhail sat alone in the empty classroom, the holographic history still flickering, teaching no one. 48 souls embraced the future. 12 others slipped into the shadows, still guarding a nation that no longer existed. 3 weeks after the soldiers' arrival on Earth, Commander Adrian Cross stepped before a crowded press hall.
I can confirm 12 individuals declined Terran citizenship and departed integration custody. Their current location is unknown.
In a sealed Terran intelligence archive, a Winter Harvest file was updated with a brief, handwritten addendum. Personnel absorbed. No digital footprint. 12 deniable assets now operational. The 12 had no birth records, no medical history, no next of kin. They were the perfect blank slate for off-the-books missions. The Terran Science Council, under quiet diplomatic pressure, held a hastily arranged press conference. The lead archivist looked ill, effective immediately. All Terran archaeological activities within Terran lunar territory are permanently suspended. The announcement was couched in bureaucratic language, but the meaning was clear. Telara had overstepped, and the price was its lunar program.
They took our discovery and turned it into a black operation. 12 of them, still serving a ghost state.
The Cryo-Vault stood silent on the dark side, its Cyrillic warnings now accompanied by Terran quarantine seals. The Cold War had not ended. It had simply moved deeper. Years passed. Mikhail Volkov grew tomatoes on a high balcony overlooking a city that never knew the Cold War. He consulted for a historical archive, teaching young scholars about a vanished geopolitical landscape. The nightmares were rare now. One evening, his personal device chimed with a text-only message from an unknown sender. "We're still out here. T." He recognized the cipher, a Spetsnaz field code. The letter T for Tarasova.
So, Elena, you chose the long watch after all?
He set the device down and walked to the window. The city lights stretched to the horizon, and beyond them, the stars. Somewhere out there, 12 soldiers still walked a line between duty and oblivion.
Stay sharp, Corporal.
He returned to his plants, the message already fading from the screen. The Cold War was over, but some fires never fully died. For most of the world, the vault was a closed incident. But for the men who woke inside it, the mission never fully ended. A memorial wall, dimly lit, held 12 names in Cyrillic. They had no graves, only a quiet remembrance. Far beyond the lunar orbit, a black transport ship with a faded Soviet star drifted into silent space. Ahead of it, a wormhole irised open with a whisper of light. No records would note its destination. The ship passed through without a signal, without a wake. The 12 were gone, their long watch renewed. On his balcony, Mikhail felt no surprise, only the familiar weight of knowing that some soldiers never truly come home. An old Spetsnaz helmet lay on a console in a forgotten archive, dust gathering in the cracks. The universe had moved on, but in the spaces between the stars, the Cold War still walked, silent and eternal. And on a balcony, an old soldier watered his plants, looked up at the stars, and remembered.